Success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal.
I'm gonna show you how great I am.
Hey, everybody, and welcome back to the podcast. Remember that success is a progressive realization of a worthy ideal. That means you're going after what you've always wanted to go after because it's aligned with your highest values. And that is the only way for you to live a truly fulfilled, successful, and an inspired life. And we are back with Mukundi. How you doing, brother?
What's good?
I'm fantastic, man. Good. Did you have a good week? 32 of them things. 32.
I had a week. 32 of them. 31 of them.
31. We're going on 32. Oh yeah.
We're coming up on 32.
Yeah. He's not a scam artist. He's the real deal.
I am a podcaster. I am real.
Yeah, he is a podcaster for real. He's got the numbers to prove that, so he's not scamming anybody.
Yeah, but what's good with you, bro?
I'm fantastic, man. I'm good. Good. We're working hard. We up. I don't know what Chelsea's doing. I don't know what they're up to.
You always when are you gonna stop complaining about Chelsea? Like, can you come in one day and say something nice about Chelsea?
They're a good team. They are the pride of London. That's what we'll say. I'll say that about them. They're the pride of London. They're the best football team from London.
And do you believe that?
With all of my heart, with all of it.
How many other teams are in London?
Quite a few. There's I'll name the other two that actually matter. The rest, they're not even in the story.
Okay.
We've got Tottenham Hotspur. You've heard of them, right?
Yeah, the Spurs.
And then we've got Arsenal.
Okay, hi Chelsea. Hi Chelsea. Yeah.
Chelsea.
By default.
Why you gotta do that?
By default.
Chelsea is the only team from London to have won the Champions League. And we've done it twice. They're the only team from London to win the Europa League, and we've done that twice. And they're the only team to win the Super Cup. We've done that twice. And the only team from London to win the Club World Cup. We've done that once. Arsenal have won more leagues. They've won more FA Cups.
So do you know you can win more than 2 of the same trophy?
What?
Did you know that you can win more than 2 of the same trophy?
I know. We tried. No, we tried doing that.
If you try, I'm pretty sure.
But like, did you know that mathematically 2 is greater than 0?
Okay.
That's what this chat is about, right?
So ask his
Arsenal. Oh, shame. Yeah, did you see that meme of Arsenal? Some guy was drinking water.
Oh, yeah, with his hands.
It's like, this is how Arsenal drinks water because there is no cup.
I saw that and I was like, damn.
Oh, yeah.
Damn, y'all are mean.
No, that was very mean.
But you know what? I do no ring jokes all the time, so it's fine.
You do no ring jokes with who? Who do you no ring jokes with?
Just when I feel like, it's needed.
Yeah, shame. Arsenal has been trusting the process all these years. They've been really trusting the process.
Ish.
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say to my Arsenal friends out there. Wait, I have no Arsenal friends. I don't.
Leave Arsenal people alone. Leave Arsenal people alone.
You know, Arsenal is the only fan base that only talk about football as if they know everything about football. That's the only fan base.
The Gunners.
Yeah, the Gunners. The Gunners. Piers Morgan, right?
He's an Arsenal fan.
He's an Arsenal fan. Need I say more?
There's a reason. He's the reason they haven't won. He's the reason they haven't won, bro.
Thierry Henry has got a lot of blood in his hands. A lot of people started supporting them when Arsenal has still had Thierry Henry. And they were just competitive, like really competitive. Now, do you know they haven't won the league title in 20 years?
What's a league title?
It's like the Premier League. You know, you've got the different leagues. You haven't won that in 20 years.
Damn.
20 years.
Damn, they haven't. When was the last time they touched a trophy, at least?
The last time they touched a trophy was the FA Cup final in 2016-17, where they beat us in the final.
We're pushing 10 years, though.
Chelsea, you better do the right thing with the Conference League.
10 years,
you better do something with the Conference League, man. You better do something.
We're pushing 10 years. How? What?
Oh, man. They always come second in the league. For the past 3 seasons, they always come second and they always lose on the last day.
Of course.
Yeah.
Course,
same with Liverpool. Liverpool's winning. But anyway, so we are here to talk as a sequel to last week's discussion. We are talking about the greatest sports wins.
Okay.
That we've experienced.
Okay.
Those that made us happy. Those that made us cry. Tears of joy. I'm a crier. Okay. I'm a crier.
Wasting tears.
I'm a crier. Because
wasting tears
because success and failure are great teachers.
Yeah.
And they both of them are not permanent. But sometimes the enemy of success is success. Sometimes you'll have a team that really does well and they don't do well for a long time. Like Arsenal, they were hot and then now they're not. They haven't won anything, a league title in 20 years. It says something about a team that can win and just keep on winning. Like Real Madrid. Like when it comes to the Champions League, they win and they just keep on winning.
They have like 5.
No, they have 15. They have 15 Champions League trophies. They won 3 in a row, 16, 17, and 18. They won those in a row. And then they won 2022, and then they just won now again 2024. Need I say the last 2 they won it with no Cristiano Ronaldo. So it's in the culture, it's in their DNA.
Culture.
What's this one? What we're talking about?
Culture.
Right? The culture within the.
How many coaches have they had?
They've been quite steady with the coaches.
Culture. Culture.
Yeah, they'll swap some over, but they've been Carlo Ancelotti, the Italian with who raises the eyebrow and they just go and win. Yeah, he's been there for quite a span. So they don't rotate them like Chelsea does or Manchester United has done in the past couple of years. So they've got the culture of winning. So there's something about when you win, you go back and you beat yourself again and you win again.
Yeah,
that's why I think in the NBA it's hard to three-peat.
Yeah, no one's done it since Shaq and Kobe.
Yeah,
no one's done it, but it's hard to three-peat in any sport, bro.
Yeah,
it's hard to three-peat in
any sport. I mean, Pat Mahomes tried to do it, didn't get it done. Because when you three-peat, Steph Curry tried to do it, and then Klay Thompson went down, Kevin Durant went down.
Kawhi went beast mode.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Like
it's really, really difficult.
Like it's difficult to three-peat, but if you do, there's nothing that establishes and asserts dominance quite like that.
Yeah.
It's like, y'all couldn't. You know how many years? You know how long 3 years is, dog?
It is quite long.
3 years of winning.
Of winning.
You
are the person who's winning.
3 years. Mamelodi Sundowns. How do you do it?
11 years. I didn't think you win like 11 years.
Like they 8 in a row now. 7, 8 in a row now.
Dog. Pep Guardiola and Manchester City, they won 4 Premier League titles in a row. They're not going to win now, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Manchester City.
He lost the locker room.
Let's try again next season.
He lost the locker room.
Yeah. So, what is the one? Let's name me one sports win that had you elated. And it's any stage of competition. It could be just a normal league game. It can be like a semi-final, but we all know that finals have a lot of gravitas and importance when it comes to winning.
That's what I was thinking. That 2022 Warriors championship.
I'm gonna take it off my list now. I gotta take that off my list. Was that what it was like? Oh yes.
That championship.
Yeah, it holds a lot of weight.
It holds a lot of weight, bro.
Yeah,
First of all, when are you gonna get the Finals MVP, Steph Curry? When are you gonna get the Finals MVP?
Narrative, right?
What?
That was a narrative.
That was the narrative. Like you've got 3 rings, 0 Finals MVPs. When are you gonna get the Finals MVP? Well, he got it.
He got 2 MVPs that season.
Do we count it?
Yeah, let's count it. Like it's an official trophy. It's an official accolade.
Might as well throw in the All-Star Game MVP as well.
I mean, hey.
He won it that season.
Hey, listen.
He won it that season.
Was he not the best player in the All-Star Game?
See how we can't even answer that.
No, I'm kidding. No, carry on.
But yeah, that ring, bruh. Just the Warriors, they didn't even make the playoffs the year before.
They didn't even make the playoffs.
They didn't even make the playoffs the year before. They lost to LeBron in the play-in. And
they were in the play-in tournament.
They lost to LeBron in the play-in tournament. Dog, I'll never forget that shot that LeBron hit over Draymond in the fourth quarter. And he won them the game. And he just, after Draymond poked him in the eyes and he says he couldn't see anything.
Draymond, why would you do that? Draymond is a menace to society. But anyway.
But Steph, what the Warriors had to do, because already we didn't expect that from them. We didn't expect a run from that team because they just gotten back into the playoffs. They're still trying to get back into the groove of things. But sure enough, Steph gets hot defensively as well. Steph gets hot. Jordan Poole gets flaming hot. Andrew Wiggins starts balling well. Draymond starts balling well.
They're all firing on all cylinders.
Kevon Looney is just Dennis Rodman out there getting 20 rebounds a game.
20 rebounds a game.
Kevon Looney, that stretch of playoffs.
Did he get 20 rebounds a game?
That stretch of playoffs, Kevon Looney was getting rebounds galore, bruh. Dennis Rodman numbers. Kevon Looney.
It's an Looney.
2022 playoff stats. Rebounds, career stats. Now it's, man, why is it giving me this thing? I'm sorry I'm taking so long.
But 20 rebounds a game.
20 rebounds a game, I kid
20
you
rebounds
not.
a game, wow.
I kid you not. Okay, Golden State in the first round against Sacramento. He got first round against Sacramento. He got 21 rebounds game 1. 21 rebounds, 13, 22, 14, 20. Kevon Looney.
I don't even know.
He's not even 7 feet tall.
So do you think it was just them being destined, right?
It was destined. It was Boston's inexperience as well. It played a very...
Or did they choke?
Boston choked because Golden State had no business beating Boston.
What did Golden State have any business getting to the finals?
Not even that, nah. Because they beat Denver. No, they beat Luka, I think. I don't remember who they had to go through. That was like years ago. Now you're taking me back, and all I remembered was the finals. But Golden State had no business being there, like at all.
Yeah.
Because that, like I said, the previous season they didn't even make the finals. And besides Steph, they didn't really have a proper co-star. Clay was coming back from a 2-year hiatus because his ankles are shot, and even then he couldn't shoot.
Yeah.
And then Jordan Poole was still young and doing his thing, but shout out to him, he got hot at the right time.
Yeah.
And same thing with Andrew Wiggins, number 1 pick Andrew Wiggins finally lived up to that, and he carried the Warriors to that championship. Iggy was given the right amount of veteran experience off the bench. It's just everything clicked at the right time. And then Steph just lost his mind and was one of the best basketball players on the planet for that stretch as well. And then...
Oh, and there was no KD on that team, right?
There was no KD. That's the thing. That's the thing. What are y'all going to do now that KD's gone?
And they went and they won.
KD hasn't won a thing since.
Oh, shame. Poor KD. Easy money sniper. Slim
be-
Reaper. Let me just
he'll be
go
good.
back to Golden State. Let me just go back there.
Nah. He's not going to go back.
Why?
He's not going to go back.
Why?
It's a legacy thing.
No.
And
So
he doesn't
KD
really rock with Steve Nash with Steve Kerr. Doesn't really rock with Steve Kerr
Is it?
at all. I don't know. You want me to say?
I thought you knew. I thought you had them against guys.
I don't know. I don't know the extra gozi like that, dog. All I know is KD and Steve Kerr. KD doesn't rock with Steve Kerr, and it's part of the reason why he left. Don't you think? Because think about it this way: why would you have left that team? You were guaranteed to win every season. Why would you have left? Why would you leave that team?
Ego? I want to prove I can do it on my own.
I don't think he cares about that.
You don't think he cares about that?
I don't think he cares about that. If he did, then he wouldn't have signed with Golden State to begin with.
Well, he got his 2 rings. Now he's like, nah, I'm out.
If he did that, then he wouldn't have recruited James Harden and Kyrie in Brooklyn.
Okay, fine. So probably he didn't rock with Steve Kerr. Maybe that's what. Maybe that's what happened. He didn't rock with Steve Kerr.
Maybe he just doesn't want to be coached by Steve's because he got Steve Nash fired in Brooklyn as well. Like,
what did you all Steves do to Mr. KD?
like what did they do?
Yeah.
I bet they did that thing to him.
What thing?
The thing that they do to skinny people. They're like, listen.
That's evil, man. That's evil. Yeah, and I think that ring cemented Steph Curry's number.
That ring
10,
put Steph top 10 for me.
10. Yeah.
That ring put Steph in the top 10. And if you don't have Steph in the top 10 after that ring, let's not talk basketball.
KD's top 10 over Steph Curry, okay? KD is top 10 over Steph Curry.
Are we talking on-court abilities or just...
I'm just talking all time. I'm talking on my all-time list. Do you not listen to what Stephen A. Smith said? That's Stephen A. Smith has his top 10.
Is that who we're listening to?
Hey, he's the Michael Jordan of sports broadcasting.
Is that who we're listening
That's
to?
who we're listening to.
I'd rather listen to Max Kellerman. I'd rather listen.
I want Iguodala.
Iguodala. Fate of the universe. The aliens have the beam pointed on Earth. I want Iguodala.
Oh man, no, Steph is definitely.
Did you see that they're retiring his jersey even?
Who's Steph?
Iguodala.
Iggy. He's
Iggy.
number 9,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, why are they retiring?
Exactly. No matter how you look at it, retiring Iggy's jersey is like,
Well, how low are the standards? Or how high are the standard? Like, what's the standard?
nah.
To retire a jersey, what do you need to do? Steph, I understand. 2022,
To retire a jersey.
2022 finals, he won that. Put it Golden State.
Steph was gonna get a jersey before the 2022 finals.
But that made it no doubt. I think that
that was no doubt. I think that was no doubt the minute they won the championship.
we just said that they're retiring Iggy's jersey, and there was a doubt there. So clearly, there are some doubts.
Are we really? Nah, dog. Steph Curry is not Andre. Andre Iguodala is not Steph Curry. He's not.
No, he's not. No, but
He's not.
Max Kellerman wants Iguodala.
Yeah, well, this is why Max shouldn't talk basketball.
That's why you should talk basketball. So I'm going to listen to Stephen A. Smith.
But
No, I'm kidding.
Iggy played important minutes on championship teams, right? Steph made them a championship team.
That's very true. That's very true.
We have expectations of the Warriors. Why? Because Steph is on the
Yeah,
team.
exactly. This, like, you hear what Ari Spears had to say.
What do you say?
Like, there's a difference. Like you guys bring up Robert Horry versus Michael Jordan and say Robert got 7 rings and Michael Jordan has 6. I have to cut up your food for you and make you eat it. That's what. Ari Spears said. He says there's a difference between winning for a reason and being the reason that you win. There's a difference between the two.
Like,
Robert
for real.
Horry won for a reason.
He won
Michael
for a
Jordan
reason.
was the reason that he won. So
Exactly.
was the reason.
Yes. Even though he was robbed of a Finals MVP.
By Iguodala.
Yeah, for playing defense on LeBron. Dog, that's mad.
No,
Do you know how good you have to be for the dude to get Finals MVP because he guarded you?
That's the narrative. Actually, that is what the narrative is.
What else could it be?
I don't know. It's a Kawhi Leonard was the same in 2014.
But Kawhi was young and he played meaningful minutes alongside an old Tim Duncan, an old Manu, and an old Tony.
And he was guarding LeBron.
But let's not act like he still wasn't the best player on that Spurs team.
He was the best player on that Spurs team. Yeah, the best. Yeah. So 2022 was a very great year of sports for me.
Oh yeah, what else?
Oh, I got 2 great sporting events.
What else happened?
That happened in 2022. I'm gonna start with tennis. You had to say that before. You guys, you talked about this match before. 2022, the Australian Open final. Rafael Nadal is going up against Daniel Medvedev, and Nadal has got no business even being at the tournament. 2021, he comes out and he says this: "Sorry, everyone, I can't play for the rest of the season because he was out injured. He got COVID as well.
Oh damn!
We didn't even know he was going to play tennis ever again."
Okay.
He starts the 2022 season. He wins a ATP 250 level tournament. It's like a 4th tier tournament.
Okay.
Novak Djokovic gets banned from the Australian Open final. Australian Open. That's the only reason.
Because Novak.
No vaccine, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I'm not even going to act like Nadal wins that if not Novak is there. It's not happening.
Yeah.
No. No. I love Nadal.
Was he on form that time?
Djokovic is always on form.
Okay, touche.
Like, he's undeniable.
Touche,
He's undeniable.
touche.
You Novak haters, stop it.
Touche.
He's always on form. Especially at the Australian Open, he's won that event 10 times. That's his event. That is his event. If I win an event 10 times, that's
10 times is mad.
That's 10 years.
Dog, that's what I'm saying.
That's 10 years.
How,
So Nadal is 35 going on 36. And tennis, unfortunately, is a young man's game.
Those legs gotta move,
Because
boy.
they have to move.
Yo, those legs gotta work.
Those legs,
Yo.
even Djokovic now, for the time, I think, has started to catch up with him. He's not winning as much as he used to.
Gotta slide them puppies, bro.
Eish.
You gotta slide them puppies, boy.
So he plays a 5-setter in the quarterfinal, 4-setter in the semifinal, And then in the final, he's playing against Daniel Medvedev, who beat Djokovic in the US Open prior in straight sets.
Oh damn.
Dominated.
Oh damn.
So I'm like, hey, this is not gonna go well. The first 2 sets, Daniel is killing him.
Okay.
2.5 sets, he's killing him. He's 2.5. He has literally, I think, 2 or 3 more games to win.
Okay.
And then Daniel wins. Nadal comes back. He wins that set. Okay, we're like, hey, it's a fluke. Then he wins the second set, the fourth set. I'm like, hey. Then he goes to the 5th set. And now we have 2012 Australian Open all over again. He's up a break. And then he loses the advantage. And I'm like, Nadal, I was watching this. I was watching
You're
this.
like, no.
It's 2012 all over again. I had PTSD. I was like, no.
You could see it now. You could see Andy Murray just celebrating it.
And then Djokovic is over there. I'm like, no. Then here's what happened. He gets the advantage again, and then he serves for the match, and then he closes it out. 5 hours 10 minutes. That match. They call it the Miracle in Melbourne.
Okay.
They call it the Miracle in Melbourne because it's the greatest comeback in all of tennis history. All of tennis history, the greatest comeback ever. Ever. Because of the narrative around it.
Okay.
He's not the first person to win a Grand Slam from 2 sets down.
Okay.
But he's facing someone who's 10 years younger than him, who's better on that surface than him, and who just wiped the Novak off the court previously.
Touche.
And Nadal had been to 6 of these finals. He had lost 4 of them. All of them heartbreakers. So I was like, I'm gonna have my heart broken. I hated the Australian Open because of that. I hated it. And
it's heartbreak.
No, it's just heartbreak, bro. It's like division rivals match against the Steelers. You hate those matches because they're heartbreaking.
I can't tell you how stressed I was when I found out that we had the Steelers in the first round.
You beat them, right?
Beat them, but I was still like, yo. Not
imagine that stress every time the Australian Open comes around. I'm like, yo. When you won that match, I remember my wife Zama was there, my mom was there, Nadal won, and I fell down on the floor. I'm like, oh, this is beautiful. My soul is free. My mom is like,
have you started going crazy?
It's like, oh. Nadal wako.
Nadal wako.
Yeah, my mom knows. Oh, my mom knows.
She's telling you, always standard procedure.
I was like, had Nadal retired, then my soul would have been free because of all the heartbreak that happened there.
Would have been worth it.
Would have been worth it. That was a very that was. It was more emotional than the 2008 final.
Really?
I said emotional, not better.
Okay.
No, because that final, but we'll get into that. So, Rafael Nadal, 2022 Australian Open champion, came back from 2.5 sets down to win the championship and to win the Grand Slam 2 times over and to be the first and only man at that time to have 21 Grand Slam titles, beating Roger Federer's record of 20.
I don't know what your beef with Roger is.
As I said last week, I don't beef with Roger Federer.
I don't know what your beef with Federer is.
Beef with the Federer fans, isn't it?
Oh man!
Give us another one. What's another one of your greatest sports victories that you can recall?
2020 Super Bowl.
2020
Super Bowl.
Did that at TB12?
Yes.
Okay.
Picture this.
All right.
You're 43 years old.
43.
Already.
Sorry, cash.
Ival. You've won a championship at 43. Already, it's like, okay, we get it. You're really good.
No, leave us alone.
Like, remember when Tom Brady retired the first time before he came back for a season? When he retired, even Shannon Sharp was like, I hope the NFL, I hope y'all are ashamed of yourselves. Y'all better be ashamed of yourselves. None of y'all could beat this man. He had to leave. He's literally leaving. He's not retiring.
He's right.
He's retiring. He's leaving. I hope all of y'all. For 20 years, no one could beat this dude. But fine.
That's a lie because Eli Manning.
Oh, wait. Yeah, there we go.
It doesn't matter. Eli Manning made Tom Brady his...
Yeah, your mama's watching. What you saying?
He made him his slave. There we go. He made him his slave. He owned him. Eli Manning
Yo.
is Tom Brady's father.
Yo, for real, Doug. That one still hurts.
Why?
But
Let's finish with the victory. We're talking about victory.
Fine. You're 43 years old.
43. You should retire.
You're 43 years old.
Yeah.
You are playing against who? Patrick Mahomes
Oh,
in the Super Bowl.
The bad man, Patrick Mahomes, the future GOAT.
Dog.
Yeah.
And this is a team. You just left the team you've played 20 years for. And this is your first year with this team.
Now
It's a whole new system, new coach, new co-stars, everything. The only player on that team that you've played with is Rob Gronkowski, who you had to get out of, who you had to convince to come out of retirement to come join you in Tampa.
Rob Gronkowski was on the Buccaneers.
For 3 years, yeah.
Oh wow.
Rob Gronkowski came out of retirement just to go play with Tom Brady and on the Buccaneers.
So that Super Bowl final, or the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
right, was the Soweto Derby.
Claro.
The Chiefs versus Amapagani.
Claro,
And guess what? And as true to form, Amapagani won. Smoke for life. Anyway, carry on. Yini.
Chiefs.
They lost
What
yesterday.
to say something about?
They lost yesterday.
Of course they did.
What do you mean?
Of course they did. Like,
Anyway, Rob Gronkowski.
yeah, Rob Gronkowski came out of retirement, and that's the only other player that Tom Brady had played with. So,
New coach, new system,
new coach, new system, new town,
Tom Brady.
new conference.
He went to a different conference.
Tom Brady, the Patriots are in the AFC.
He went to the NFC.
He went to the NFC. Mind you, who did he beat in the wild card round? The New Orleans Saints. They beat the Saints in the wild card round. That's very important because the Saints had the Buccaneers number in the regular season. Swept them, both games. As a matter of fact, the one game was on Christmas. I'll never forget. I think they beat them 20-something to 3.
20-something to 3.
All I know is that they got blown out the building. And then the second game was a bit tight, but they still lost to the Saints. So when they went to the Saints for the playoffs, it was personal.
Oh my!
It was personal, and they handled their business. I'm trying to remember who we had in the second round.
We now
In the divisional round.
we now.
No. Me, I was a Tom Brady fan before I was a Baltimore Ravens fan.
Okay.
So
if Lamar and Brady are going at it, who you supporting? Brady. Dr. Umar's watching. I'm just saying.
Thing is, I've watched Lamar play longer now, so I've grown more attached to him.
I'm just saying, hypothetically, we've got the Ravens versus the Buccaneers or Patriots with TB12 there. Who you?
Is it a playoff game?
Huh?
Is it a playoff game?
Finals. Super Bowl
Oh,
finals.
then how will Lamar get there? Let's start.
I said this is hypothetically.
Okay, fine.
Who do you want to win?
In any playoff game, I'll take Tom Brady over the next guy.
No. Who do you want to win?
Who do I want to win? With their present resumes.
How many caveats do you want me to throw in here?
With their present resumes, because losing one wouldn't hurt for Tom Brady. but Lamar losing.
Which one would hurt most?
Which one would hurt most? Lamar not getting a Super Bowl.
Let's say he had a Super Bowl. You don't have that emotional baggage to be like, oh, can you at least get one? Because you look prettier with the Super Bowl. I'm just.
Yeah. I think I'd still rock with TB12.
Oh, okay.
He's the reason I started watching football.
Okay.
And that'll never go away. It's tough. So yeah, I forgot who we played in the divisional round.
Yeah.
But in the conference championship game, who did we play? The one and only, the one man to have the first seed 3 seasons in a row and not even make it to the Super Bowl.
Who's that now?
Aaron Rodgers. Do you realize Aaron Rodgers has been to 1 Super Bowl?
And won one.
And he won 1.
With the Packers of Green Bay.
With the Packers of Green Bay.
Back in 2011? Okay.
10, 11.
Yeah.
I think, 10 was Drew Brees, I think.
Okay.
So 11.
So that's the most useless first seed ever.
Ever.
This is why I was saying the seeds don't matter.
He did that for like 3 seasons in a row.
That's why the first seed doesn't matter.
It does low key. It does low key. In
where
football, it doesn't, because football, like I'll always say, the finality of everything. You have one game. In basketball,
you have a series?
it's a 7-game series, and unfortunately, in a 7-game series, the odds are stacked against
The lower seed.
the lower seed, because at the end of the day, you give any teams that many chances to play against each other, chances are the better team will win. Because it's not even a case where even if the best team does scrape out a win, bro, we gotta do that 3 more times. We gotta do that 3 more times.
True.
We gotta do that 3 more times. In the NFL, we scrape out this one win. Our job is done. Our job is like, guys. We know.
Fair.
We know we're going against these guys. All we need to do is beat them tonight, bruh.
Yeah.
Yes,
Falcons. All you had to do was guard them. Like I told you, I was gonna do some like that. That's an atrocity, actually.
dog. That
I'm
game.
not-
That game.
That was an atrocity.
That game. Nah.
That was an atrocity.
Nah.
That was an atrocity. I was on the side of the Falcons. Hey. It was
Matt
meltdown
Ryan
versus, no, you melted down at the end.
There's no way to describe it. It's a meltdown. It's a meltdown. There's no other way.
No,
There's no other way. Not like that. Not like that. Not when the odds were stacked in our favor.
Exactly. Because there, it was harder. Daniel Medvedev, it was harder for him to keep that lead than what the Falcons had to do against Tom Brady. I did some analysis on it. I'm like, guys, all you had to do is defend. Score one more point.
Like, get one more touchdown.
Anyway, TB12, Rob Gronkowski.
Yeah, TB12, Rob Gronkowski, cool. And so new system, new city, new team, new conference, new everything.
Yeah.
And who are you playing against in the Super Bowl? Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce. This is when Tyrann Mathieu was still on the team, and he was one of the best defenders in the league. This was a Chiefs team that was designed to win. And then who did he beat to get there? The Saints, who had his number the whole season. Divisional round, I'm forgetting who they had still. And then they had to go against Aaron Rodgers, who is still Aaron Rodgers. And they won a championship, all as a 43-year-old quarterback.
So he beat Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
On the way to get there.
He beat Drew Brees to get there. I don't know if you know who Drew
no.
Brees is.
No, don't.
Okay.
What does Drew Brees do?
Now, I love AI because it gives us. I want you.
Color.
Yes. Now, where are the headphones? Put these on. Because if I tell you, you'll think I'm just on my knees.
Let me read it out myself.
Fine. Let
me read it out myself.
Let me open his resume.
And this is the person that TB12 beat, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Out loud.
All right. Super Bowl champion, Super Bowl MVP, only one. Okay. 2 times NFL Offensive Player of the Year, 2008-2011. NFL Comeback Player of the Year, 2004. First Team All-Pro, 2006. 4 times Second Team All-Pro, 2008, 2009, 2011, 2012. 13 Pro Bowls.
Yes, sir.
04, 06, 2008, 2014, 2016, 2019. 7 times NFL passing yards leader. What position does this guy play?
He's a quarterback. Oh, by the way, until Tom Brady broke his record in 2021, Drew Brees retired with the most passing yards in NFL history.
NFL passing yards leader, NFL passing touchdowns leader, 2 NFL passing rating leader, 3 times NFL completion percentage leader, New Orleans Saints Hall of Fame, Arduino Award, all these awards.
So Drew Brees is him.
Oh, Drew Brees is legit.
Drew Brees is him.
And Tom Brady beat that guy. In Tampa,
in a new year, Tampa 2020 run.
And that was amazing.
It was, dog, in my opinion, thus far, it's the greatest Super Bowl I've had to see thus far.
Yes, it.
Thus far. I mean, Tom Brady, it's Tom Brady, and then it's Patrick Mahomes, it's the Rams. No, it's Tom Brady, the Rams, Mahomes back-to-back, and now the Eagles. I don't see anyone else having a better campaign thus far.
Jeez. TB12 is him. So why was that so great for you? Because of all the reasons you just listed.
Yes.
Jeez, like,
Yes.
like
Like a 40 dog, a 43-year-old.
43
Come
years
on,
old.
dog.
Man, he's that's mad.
Come on,
That's-
dog.
That's
A
absolutely
40.
mad. TB12. Can I think we have to have a challenge. Can we have a podcast talking about greatness and not include Tom Brady?
In the first round, we beat the Washington football team. Then the Saints in the divisional round, Packers in the championship game, and then the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that was stacked. Eh?
And these were
That was stacked.
this was what
mad.
a
That was
great run.
mad. That was
So
mad.
for me, yeah,
2020.
2020 Super Bowl for me, yeah, that's one of the best wins personally that I can say. Yeah,
Oh,
That-
good.
Yeah, good job. Well done.
Well done. Well done. Well done. Well
Like,
done.
yeah.
Well done. Right. We're gonna fast forward. We're going to rewind time to 8 years before the pandemic, 2012.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to football. I was tempted to say
Soccer. We just talked football.
It's not my podcast today. Like I thought. Like
Oh, Askis.
I'm just asking Nyabuza.
Askis.
Nyabuza. Hlonishwa Nyabuza.
Askis.
Nyabuza. Yeah, Cyril, Nyabu.
Askis. I did not mean any hostility.
I'm kidding. Fine, soccer for you Americans out there. I was tempted to talk about the World Cup, but I think we've talked about that at length already. The 2022 World Cup. That's why I felt that and I cried because I'm like, fine, I saw someone finish the game of football.
I know that.
Of soccer.
And that doesn't help that game was just.
That was lit.
I'm not a soccer fan, but
That
like
game was lit. It had everything. It had penalties.
everything.
It
I keep
had
telling people,
late goals.
you don't need to be a fan of the sport to appreciate the
That
sport.
was the greatest football match, soccer match ever played, in my opinion. So I'm not gonna I'm gonna get off my knees over that, right? That's the game that got this and that.
Hey, really?
Yeah, I was like, yes. If
Shut
you
up.
look back at my videos, this only made an appearance after 2022. Just saying. Another one, 2012. That night in Berlin. No, not Berlin, Munich.
Okay.
Champions League final. Bayern Munich were unbeatable that season until they came against Chelsea. Chelsea FC, we had no business being in the Champions League quarterfinal, semi-final, or final. No business whatsoever. That is the greatest Champions League campaign by people who had no business being there.
At all.
No business. Think about it this way. The majority of the team is over the age of 30. Majority of the team.
So who was doing all the running?
Them. So for context, I think it was TB Joshua came out and said, I prophesy that Chelsea's winning the Champions League. I was like, we're doomed. We are doomed.
Yeah.
We're not winning. So in the semi-final, to give you color, semi-final, we play Barcelona.
With the prime Messi.
Prime Messi. You know the Messi that scored 91 goals in the season?
Yeah.
That Messi.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I know 2012 is like.
He scored 91 goals in the calendar year. And at that point, I remember Didier Drogba told the story.
Can we just also talk about how prime Messi was 13 years ago and he's still a bad man?
He's still a bad man now. He's
like, what
cooking
the hell?
now.
Like, what the hell, dog?
He's an alien. He wants to go home.
He's in the same group with LeBron.
No, he's better than LeBron.
Yeah, but LeBron and Stephen A's beef, though. Such a weird beef, by the way.
What?
I will say.
Guys.
Such a weird. You know what? Episode 32, I talk sports.
Please talk about it tomorrow.
Like, I have to.
What did we
The
beefing
beef that
about?
no one wants.
And no one cares about. What kind
The
of
beef that
is
no one wants.
No, LeBron must go beef with people he's got business beefing with.
Stephen A says, you don't like me because I don't think you're the GOAT. I'm like, bro.
Maybe. I think maybe what they're doing is that whole rap battle thing is like, okay, guys, for ratings. We're going to give people something to talk about. I think that's the only thing that makes sense to me.
Man.
Anyway, 2012, we're going against Prime Messi. And then Didier Drogba tells the story that... And we had fired our coach mid-season.
Of course you did.
And now we've got an interim coach who hadn't coached a head coach a day in his life, Roberto Di Matteo. Nah? So I'm like, we're cooked. So the week before that, we're going to win the FA Cup against Liverpool. We're going to win, but then we were just lucky. And we were 6th in the league, by the way. We were an atrocity of a team. We were. Nah? Okay. So he tells the story before the matches. They'll put up a board and say, okay, right, here's the top scorers for the other team. they look at all the other team members who had scored, and then they all just burst out laughing.
Ah.
They got to Lionel Messi. 68 goals. 68 goals at that time. So we play home and away. At first, we play them at Stamford Bridge. Drogba scores a goal 1-0. And the miracle of that game is that Barcelona hit the post 6 times in the first game. I'm like, hey, we got lucky because now we're going back to the Lions Den.
I don't believe.
We're going to the camp.
I don't believe. TP Joshua. I don't believe. 6
go,
times.
Dog. That's just the one match. Then the next match in the away game, we're playing in the Camp Nou where Barcelona is. And we're like, it's tickets for us. In the first half, John Terry, you know the guy who slipped? That guy?
Yeah.
He gets a red card. Against Prime Barcelona.
John.
That's what John. You're John.
Why Valley-Gate?
Why Valley-Gate? So then, what happened after that is they score. Now it's 1-1 on aggregate. Okay. 5 minutes later, they score again. Now it's
heat check.
Now it's 2-1 on aggregate.
Okay.
And then for whatever reason, because they were playing a high line, we get a goal back. Lampard passes to Ramirez. Ramirez chips the goalkeeper. It's 2-1, but 2-2 on aggregate. And because we've got more away goals, we were going through.
I don't know how this aggregate thing works.
I'll explain it to you later. So what it used to be this case. So if I play you at your house,
sure,
and I score a goal, and then you come to my house, and then you score another goal.
Mm-hmm.
Let me put it like this. So if I score 2 goals at you away at your house, and you score 2 goals at your house, we play at your place. It's 2-2 because I've got away goals. I'm going through because they have whoever's got more away goals wins. So then you come to my house and you don't score, and the game ends 0-0. They're gonna count the away goals that were scored, even though it's 2-2.
That's a scam.
That's
a scam.
That's why they did it. But the aggregate system didn't work. It didn't matter. Why? Bro.
Now, what if you come to my crib? You come to my house and you beat me 3-1.
Yeah.
Right? And then
I've got 3 away goals.
You got 3 away goals, 3-1, right?
Yeah.
And then you pull up and then I beat you 2-1. 2-0.
Yeah.
On aggregate, you still...
No. So if we are playing at your place, it's 3-1, eh?
Yeah, you come to my place.
3-1. And then you come over and you win 2-0. So now we're equal on aggregate and on score. Then we go to extra time. They did away with that rule now. But anyway, so then now...
Soccer's a scam.
In the 2020 semi-final, the second half was a near disaster. Drogba gives away a penalty. Messi misses the penalty.
Oh.
He missed the penalty.
Oh.
They hit the post many times over. And then we were through because of the away goals thing. Then because remember Torres was an atrocity at that time. So we were defending. The ball goes to Ashley Cole, the defender, and he kicks it. And Torres is there by himself. And Torres runs. Goes around the goalkeeper, scores. We beat Barcelona. that was beautiful. But then the final was not as dramatic. So we were literally 1-0 down in the 88th minute. Drogba scores a corner.
African
and then
magic.
He gives away a penalty in extra time. I'm like, I'm in really. And then the goalkeeper saves it. Oh, Peterkish saves it. Oh. Okay, right. I'm like, there's hope. Then what happened? We go to penalties. We missed the first penalty.
Of course.
Then they score the next 3, and then they miss 1. And then we score again. Then they missed that. Then the goalkeeper saves.
So you guys just know. So no one wanted to win that match.
No, Chelsea refused to lose. We just refused to lose. And then now, Drogba is the one who can score the winning penalty. And remember, he got sent off in that 2008 final that we lost with John Terry slipped. He goes and he scores. Chelsea champions of Europe. Greatest. Most moments in my life personally because of all the heartbreak that we've gone through in 2008 and 2009.
Oh shit.
Vindication.
Vindication.
Those wins, Nadal win in 2022 and Chelsea 2012 were great for me because of
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. Shout out to you.
Shout out to Arsenal.
Shout out to Chelsea. Shout out to Chelsea. Shout out to
And
Chelsea.
I still remember we had no business winning that at all.
You know when you say that, ne?
Yeah.
You remind me of. I don't know if this will count as a win. They got to the finals.
Who?
Miami getting to the finals in 2021. No, in 2022. 2023, sorry.
Oh, Jimmy Buckets.
When Jimmy Butler took Miami to the finals.
That's a win.
Actually, both times, dog. 2020
and
2023.
They had no business being there, bro. That's
Because-
a win.
because
That's a win.
That's why I'm saying they got all the way to the finals. You won your conference. Because look at this, dog. Miami 2020 NBA postseason. They must be with you there.
So water went down the wrong pipe.
They must be with you there. Excuse me, Ivo. What's wrong with me now? Okay. Here. Excuse me, man. Game log. Preseason, regular season, playoffs. First round. 2020 NBA playoffs. Do this, man. I know they beat Giannis and they beat, what's this?
The 50-piece man in the final.
Yes. No. Yeah. But this was before he was 50-piece Giannis.
Oh, okay.
This was before.
What is he? 20-piece sounds.
I'm trying to find this. It's giving me the splits of how it went down. It's not telling me everything.
But is this your next pick for great sports win, or is this a sidebar?
I think I wanted it to be. I was actually gonna go to the combat sports world now.
Yeah.
But this.
So
I think we need you when you said refuse to lose, right? That's refuse to lose.
We'll put that as a topic for another day then.
Can we?
Yeah, we
Just
can.
refuse to lose.
Refuse to lose, yeah.
There's no way that Miami team should have beaten the Milwaukee Bucks in 2020.
But they did.
There's no way they should have beaten the Celtics.
But they did.
But they did. Both times. The 2023 one is even mad. That Miami team was a play-in team.
And they went all the way to the finals.
Dog! Jimmy
Refuse to lose. All right, let's go to the combat sports world.
Jimmy
Buckets.
Okay, the combat sports world. It is 2020.
Rob Dwalishvili.
It's 2022. The much anticipated rematch.
I told you, 2022 was a great year for sports.
It was, eh?
Yeah,
It was, eh?
2022, wow. Yeah.
The much anticipated rematch
Anticipated.
between Amanda Nunes
Rematch, baby.
and Juliana Pena.
Pena, baby.
How is this a great rematch? The first fight, Amanda Nunes walked into that fight as...
Nunez is the GOAT, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
She walked in as the GOAT, double champ, 2 divisions.
Yeah.
She walked in as the GOAT.
Uh-huh.
That fight ended in the second round.
Aibo.
She caught hands that day. She caught
Not that she
hands.
caught her. No, Amanda,
And the thing is-
I'm laughing at what he said about catching hands.
Like, the thing is, man, here's what happened.
What happened?
I passed out, right?
Okay.
I passed out in the AMs and I didn't get to watch that fight. My phone rings. My boy Troy's like, "Are you watching the fight?" I'm like, "Oh, no. He's like, Nunez ubona masepa."
I know. You're like, let me see this.
Dog, I whip out my phone same time. Where? Soon as I open it, she's tapping out.
Dog. Get it an armbar or something.
They got. I think it was a choke. It was a choke. Yeah.
Rear naked choke.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
It was a choke.
I've spent more time. I spent less time with you. Now I know what a rear naked choke is.
Mike.
Mike. What's good? Really?
Yeah.
31 of them.
Yeah.
Yo.
31.
Anyway, carry on.
So she lost badly, right?
Ish.
And then she said, "I came into the fight injured. I didn't have a hey. But I was willing to believe that hey because I'd never seen Amanda Nunes looking like that.
What is it?
Looking as out of shape as she did, looking as bad as she did, looking as discoordinated. Is that the word? Is that a word? Uncoordinated. There we go. Disoriented is the word I was looking for.
Disoriented, is that what you're looking for?
Yes.
Okay.
But she just didn't look like herself, right? And Juliana Pena was on a high, which, granted, fair enough. You just beat the GOAT. So you can go ahead and feel yourself, girl. And she did.
Yes.
And a year, she was, yo. And a year later,
Rematch. 2022.
Amanda Nunes walks in.
Did she look like a person on a mission?
She walked in. She even left the other title at home. Because she was still two division champ. So she left the other title at home.
She walked in titleless.
Came in ready. She walked in empty-handed. Empty-handed.
Space for someone's heart.
Empty-handed with nothing but those hands to serve, boy. yo, she walked in empty-handed. Cool. Juliana Pena walks in. Fight starts. Wait. My dog.
What happened?
My dog. I'm gonna need you to put these pictures on the video.
You need to give me the pictures, I'll put them on.
Okay. Because if I were to show you both of them after the fight, you'd be like, there's no way. Amanda Nunes won the fight by unanimous decision.
Okay.
Which we all say she could have finished the fight such a long time ago.
Oh, she kept her alive.
She said, I could have finished it.
But I didn't.
Now, that was her after the fight.
Who caught the ass whooping, auntie?
Clean face, right? That's her. That's Amanda Nunes.
But she has blood on her, though.
After the fight. Whose blood is it, is the question, my brother.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
Whose blood is it, is the question. Because Juliana Pena.
Is that the one on the right?
Yes.
She's bleeding from her head.
She had a gash, like straight up cut. They opened her up. I just can't find the picture right now. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Look at that.
Look at that.
Look at that. So that for me is a great win because when goats do goat stuff.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was. Like, it was just proof that even these athletes that we consider the goats, right? They're still human. That's why Amanda had a bad training camp. She was injured. All those factors she listed. And she didn't look like herself in the fight.
Okay.
The first fight. She didn't look like herself at all. And she was like, nah, guys, let me get right. And then I promise you, I'll show you what should have happened.
And then we saw that.
Hey, dog. That fight was bad, bro. Like, I'm not saying it any just like, you know, when at some point you feel like you remember, okay, you're the youngest, so even me, but remember when your young cousins would come to visit back in the day?
Yeah.
And Bafuna play PlayStation.
Yeah.
And you play.
I did that to my nephew, I'm sorry.
And you show no mercy regardless.
10-0.
Pretty much what happened there. Pretty much right there. Juliana was playing with a disconnected controller. That's what. Dog.
I
hambi. So I like the fact that it's a story of just coming back from adversity and believing in yourself and just showing them that, dog, you are you regardless of what bumps you may encounter on the road. If you know what you're capable of. Sometimes things will happen that are out of your control and it's not going to be your day. But on any other day, you need to show them why you are who you are.
The person who you are.
Exactly. And that's exactly what she did.
I think I should write an article about Amanda Nunes.
Oh, it doesn't help that the next fight, the next fight was her last fight, right?
Yeah.
And she defended it against, I don't remember her name right now. But same thing. I didn't even watch that fight.
Because you knew.
I knew. I went to play basketball, and then I heard dudes talking MMA. And I was like, yo, did y'all watch the fight?
Yeah.
They're like, yeah. I'm like, how'd it go? You know what the dude said?
What?
It's Nunes, dog.
That's when you know. That's when you know. That's when you know.
Like, it's Nunez, dog.
Yeah, that's just one.
Like, because the thing is, I think, but I've had this chat with you as well when we were talking the GOATs. I was telling you why I think Nunez is the GOAT as well. She's beaten the other GOATs. She beat Cyborg.
Yeah.
She beat Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
And she beat. Actually, those are the only two GOATs. Those are the only two GOATs. It's just unfortunate we never got to see her and Zhang Weili hit it off, because Zhang Weili, in my opinion, is the best female fighter in the world right now. But like, hey, things happen.
Hey, it happens.
Things happen.
Hey, we couldn't see Messi and Maradona play together. I mean, we couldn't see that.
Jordan retired a year before LeBron. Do you know I just found out that because Jordan was forced to play for the Wizards?
Yeah, we all know that. Who doesn't know that? No, you know that now, but who doesn't know that he was forced to play for the Washington Wizards because he wanted a controlling stake?
Yeah.
So he said, like, in order for you to get the ratings up, you need to play for us. He's like, I don't want to do it, but then he did it. So,
hey man, you do what you gotta do.
Hey, you what you gotta do to
What you
get
must
that
for the money. But yeah, Amanda Nunez for me, she had the other win that made me say, yeah, no.
Okay.
And these are all I'm talking. These are matches and wins and games or whatever that I've experienced.
Yeah, that you've experienced.
That
That's
I've
what the
experienced.
conversation is. That's
Yeah.
what the conversation.
That I've
For example,
experienced.
like, I heard the Rumble in the Jungle was good. I wasn't there. You know what I mean? I've seen the documentary.
Ali, Boomer, yeah.
Boomer. I mean, like, you know those other gay fights. I heard of the late great George Foreman beat Michael Moore. Like, I heard about that.
I heard Mike Tyson losing to Buster
I heard
Douglas
about that.
was a great upset. I'll take your word for it.
I wasn't there.
I'll take your word for
you.
it.
I heard that Maradona reached the highest peak in any football has ever reached at the 1986 World Cup. I just was not there.
Who knows?
It's just I wasn't there. Yeah, no, I wasn't there. So just other honorable mentions. Watching Barcelona beat Manchester United in 2011 was just pure poetry in motion. It was beautiful. It was just like wonderful. Like, you know, when you go shop and you just see another team just go there to watch the other team play. They had no chance whatsoever.
Like zero.
Like none.
Zero.
They scored a goal, but we all knew. Like, yeah, sure, you scored a goal. Yeah, I don't. You know what I mean? You scored a goal. Like, you scored a goal.
Fine.
2008 Wimbledon final, the 2019 Wimbledon final, where Djokovic beat Federer when Federer was supposed to win with 2 championship points. Federer flopped that match. The 2015 Wimbledon final, where Djokovic beat Federer again.
How many of these Wimbledon finals?
2016 Wimbledon final, where the other one is 2009 Australian Open final when Nadal beat Federer again. Pretty much any Grand Slam final that Federer I'm joking.
Honorable mention for me.
Yeah.
Israel Adesanya beating Alex Pereira in 2023.
Yeah, yes, that had to be a long time ago, right?
Actually, that was his last win.
That was his last win.
That was Adesanya's last win. Yeah.
Is he still active? Is he?
Yeah, he just lost to. He just lost. I was talking about it a few weeks ago.
No, I'm saying after that he's still active. I'm just it's
yeah, man.
But also honorable mention. As much as I didn't want this to actually happen, the 2016 finals NBA. Come on.
Nah, you have to. You have to.
Listen.
Listen. Nah.
That was LeBron James deserves all his flowers for that. Even the way he was feeling himself afterwards, he had every right to
it was warranted.
And
it was warranted.
That right there made me go to of greatest of all time. He was starting to build a case though.
Like that, you can't look at
the
that
stimulus
run.
package.
And I'm not gonna lie, I always say 2018, not 2015, 2016. Actually, LeBron in his entire second stint with the Cavs
was
the best version of LeBron we will ever get, because now he still has some athleticism, but IQ.
He led the entire series in 2015 and 16. Not in a game, but the entire series in every major statistical category. Not just his team. The entire series.
Dog.
Points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks.
Everything. Nah, bro.
That right there, maybe. This is why he's top 5. Definitely top 5. Definitely top 5.
Yeah.
Jordan,
Mm-hmm.
Kareem, Magic, Kobe, LeBron.
Okay.
I'm just being disrespectful
That's my top 5 in a different.
But the reason is because after that stunt he pulled against Stephen A. Smith, my guy, I'm knocking him down on my list.
I still don't understand that beef.
LeBron, 2 or 3. I sometimes wake up on this side, Kareem. Sometimes I wake up on that side, LeBron. But yeah,
fair.
But that finals that was beautiful.
LeBron. Now 2015 to 18, LeBron. There's no one like
top shelf.
There's no one like
top shelf, top of the line.
Probably mid to late 80s Jordan. Late 80s to early 90s Jordan is the closest ever. Like
to that.
Ever.
The difference is that Jordan 3-peated.
Yeah, and he got MVPs too.
Yeah.
You got MVP.
And defensive player.
But people were already tired of voting for LeBron by that time.
He was not going to make any more than 4.
Because also Jordan set the standard with 5. So it's like, now you're going to...
I was watching a video on Nikola Jokic and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and how this is a very tight MVP race.
Are you watching Jimmy High Roller?
Yeah. I've been watching Jimmy High Roller. Of course.
My man.
Johnny Arnett as well. Jimmy High Roller, Johnny Arnett as well. Scap Attack is the funniest guy.
I've been watching Jimmy High Roller since I was 18.
You've been watching since you're 18. That's
since I was 18.
7 years.
Dog.
That's around about when I started, like watching Jimmy High Roller. So, like,
you see, that's why we friends.
The graphs that he puts up.
I don't know where he gets those metrics, dog. Like,
the one did look like a penis. I'm like, why did you shape it like that? Anyway, so what I was saying is that the people who are voting for Jordan, they wish they had given him like his 8 MVPs.
Yeah.
Because now everybody else has to suffer for that stat.
Yeah, like
you are not Jordan, so we can't.
Why should we give you 5?
We should.
Kareem has 6.
Exactly.
Like that's mad, by the way.
LeBron should have 8. Jordan should have 10.
Yeah. Kobe should have 3.
Should have 3 or 4.
Shaq should have 4.
Yeah. But Steve Nash. Anyway, we're going to wrap up here. Thank you very much for joining us. And basically, the lesson that we learned is that success can be the enemy of success, and then also,
Do you know who's suffering from his own success right now? The coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers, Mike Tomlin.
Why is he suffering from his own success?
Mike Tomlin has won Super Bowl, which was from back in the day.
Yeah, but we don't care now. Now we don't care.
Yeah. However, Mike Tomlin has never had a season where his team was under 500.
What is that, man? For the people listening out there who are under, what is under 500? Let him explain.
500 is basically 50-50.
You've won as many games as you've lost.
You've won as many games as you've lost. So if you're under 500, you've lost more games than you've won. And then if you're over 500, you've won more games than you've lost. And if you're a 500 team,
it's
50-50. You've won as many games as you've lost. Now, Mike Tomlin's teams have never been under 500. He's been the coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers for at least 18 years now. That's a problem because Mike Tomlin hasn't been to the Super Bowl since then, and they haven't won a playoff game in 7 years. They are currently on a 6-game losing streak in the playoffs.
Which is what is becoming my chat with the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens and Chelsea FC is, what have you done for me lately?
Nothing.
But
with Mike Tomlin, it's also a case of him making the best with what he's given. He hasn't had a quarterback in years.
Mike Tomlin is the Arsenal FC of the NFL.
I won't let you do that. You know who Mike Tomlin was? What? Mike Tomlin was like when Jose Mourinho was on Man United.
Yeah.
You parked a Lamborghini at gas.
Oh, but here's the chat. Jose Mourinho won a European trophy with Manchester United. He won the FA Cup, and he placed second behind Manchester City and was competitive.
Now, I will give you I will rebut that by saying, there's multiple trophies to win in soccer. There's only one to win.
That's
in
fair.
American football. And with that, I think just being an above 500 team
It's a trophy in itself.
is a trophy in itself.
Arsenal FC win the 4th place. No, I'm joking because I want the 4th place.
But now
trophy
they're
to
saying,
Chelsea now.
should the Steelers get rid of Mike Tomlin? It's like, if you get rid of Mike Tomlin, who are you gonna get? Because he's still one of the best coaches in the league. It's not his fault you haven't given him a quarterback.
You didn't give him Lamar Jackson.
You didn't give him resources. Because look what he's done with an aging Russell Wilson.
What did you do?
He almost won the division.
Okay. So not Russell Wilson. What's this guy? Mike Tomlin?
Yeah.
I don't think success is any of success there. He is successful. What the people are putting around him is leading him to not be successful. When you did win, did he have the right pieces around him for him to win?
Yeah.
All right. So if you like, I can't win a competition with no cardio. Like it's like I must go beat Lewis Hamilton.
True.
All right, cool. All right, so with all these sports wins, luck does play something in it.
Mm-hmm.
With 2012 Chelsea, that was just luck. That was luck. And we refused to lose, coupled with that. Nadal coming back, champions mentality, coupled with some luck as well. 2022 Warriors was just destiny, I think.
Yeah, that one, there was no luck.
That was destiny. Amanda Nunes was just goat stuff doing.
Amanda Nunes was goat business. we don't include that one. Nah, Doc, I need the stats from that fight. I need the stats from that fight.
Bring up. I need to go get myself a Guinness and some food. That's what I need to go do right now.
Amanda Nunes versus Pena 2. Scoreboard. Let's see. Amanda Nunes versus Pena 2. 5-round decision, unanimous. Okay. Perhaps I may have...
Or did you overcook it? Is that what you just said?
Not necessarily, no. It's just... Their numbers are kind of close, right? Mm-hmm. But the eye test, we all watched the fight.
Nah.
We all watched the fight because total strikes, Juliana Pena, 130. Mm-hmm. Nunes, 126. Mm-hmm. However, she threw 130 total strikes, 0 knockdowns. Mm. Nunes, 126 total strikes, 3 knockdowns. And remember, a knockdown is not a takedown. Mm. A takedown is when I take you down. A knockdown is wow. Yeah. Like, and then significant strikes. Pena hit 60, Nunes at 85. Mm. And takedowns, 6 for Nunes, 0 for Pena. So everyone watched the fight. The numbers.
Got cooked. All I was saying is she got cooked. All right. Yeah. All right. So we're going to get out of here. Thank you very much for enjoying us. Remember that success is a progressive realization of a worthy ideal. That means you're going after what you've always wanted to go after because it's aligned with your highest value. And that's the only way for you to live a truly fulfilled, successful, and inspired life. Tell us what your greatest sports wins are, what you learned from it, what you took from it. But also remember, learn from this, apply this to your week, and make sure you go out there and win. That's myself and with Mukundi.
Yes. What Amanda Nunes is saying is go to work and smack your boss in the face. Yes.
Don't go smack your boss.
Apply that in real life. He just told you. Apply it in real life. Go to work and smack your boss in the face as soon as you catch the slightest hint of attitude.
You guys have to feed your families, so I don't think you go like some people's bosses are their wives. So must I go smack my wife in the face now?
If you catch the slightest hint of attitude.
Alright, we're gonna get out of here.
It can be the day that turns your life around. All you need is a reason to turn you on. Today, my life changes. Now, who can do that? Anybody. When can you do it? Whatever day you pick.